My mother liked to say 70 is the new 50, and that's why they kept taking away her driver's license. You know what? I was going to do a building contractor joke, but I ran out of material. We've been doing a little home reno lately. It's important to hire the right people when you do this, and we did. My friend Dave Schellenberg is competent and conscientious. What a guy. I know you'll be surprised about this, but not all contractors are. One concrete crew was pouring cement onto a large driveway right next to a duck pond. They went for lunch and came back to find duck tracks all over the driveway. That's something you can't fix with duct tape, can you? After a painter had finished their master bedroom, the couple examined the walls. The guy had painted right over the electrical outlets and some cockroaches, large cockroaches. They were trapped like fossils in sedimentary rock. That guy needs to brush up on his skills, don't you think? Another couple had a yurt constructed in their backyard. This is a round tent traditionally used as a home by nomadic groups. The couple decided to add a fireplace. It burst into flames and burned the place to the ground. Thankfully, no one was hurt. In other true restoration happenings, a do-it-yourself gal diligently stained her hardwood floors but left herself trapped in the middle of a large living room. I guess it was a self-imposed timeout. Elsewhere, a thoughtful but not so brilliant husband removed the front door to insert a small entrance for his wife's cat. When he replaced the door, he discovered that the cat door was at the top. Here, kitty, kitty, kitty. Home reno shows are huge on TV, as you know, and car restoration shows too. I've watched a few and I find myself thinking, hey, I could do that, but I can't. Recently, my friend Greg showed me an old Ford Maverick on his acreage. Take it, he said, and I was tempted. You know why? A Maverick was my very first car. My dad traded a shotgun for it, and I bought it from him. Before my wife became my wife, I dated her in this old classic. It was cooler than flared pants, I'm telling you. But the thought of restoring it was unthinkable. A bus backed into it. A lady rammed it in a parking lot, handed my brother $200 and said, "Don't tell my husband." Then she made a run for it. The car was like a giant magnet. I was working for a farmer one summer when a guy walked over and said to me, "Is that your yellow car? Did you hit it?" "Yup," he said. He said other things too, but none of them are repeatable. So you'll understand why my favorite restoration show of all time had them pulling an old Ford Maverick from a dusty barn. It was dinged up, mouse-infested, worthless, smelly, undesirable, and hopeless. But they ransomed it for a song and hauled it away. After decades of neglect and abuse, every inch of that rusting and ruined car enjoyed a deep clean and polish, and in time was restored to its original assembly line glory. That's so cool. Does that story sound familiar? Aren't you glad God doesn't give up on broken, bruised, and battered people like you and me? Those who humbly come to Him are never without hope. Throughout the Bible, we find His redemption and restoration power at work. In Isaiah 43, He tells the prophet, "Forget the former things. Do not dwell on the past. See, I am doing a new thing." Revelation 21:5 says, "And He who was seated on the throne said, 'Behold, I am making all things new.'" Are you discouraged today? 1 Peter 5:10 is for you. "And after you have suffered a little while, the God of all grace, who has called you to His eternal glory in Christ, will Himself restore, confirm, strengthen, and establish you." We serve a redemptive God who buffs what is broken, restores what is rusted, and heals what seems hopeless. May the God of restoration bless and strengthen you today, top to bottom, bumper to bumper. Maybe you're wondering how long I've been in this white room. They won't let me out till you push that subscribe button. Please.